Coming up in this video, do you consider yourself lion-hearted? If you said no, then stop watching, because these are 30 scary videos for the brave only. Number 30. Zamboanga Creature. A creepy creature was captured on CCTV in the city of Zamboanga in the Philippines. YouTuber Don Ski Gosh TV shares this footage of what some are saying is a ghost. Watch the foliage to the left, next to the tree. A figure in white creeps out. It's hard to tell if the figure is tiny or simply far away and reduced in size due to perspective. At some point, it looks like it's panting or nodding its head. And then it simply wanders away. It's really hard to tell what this is. I do think it's a forced perspective, and it's a human figure walking at a distance, but even that theory is still entirely creepy. Number 29. Strange Stranger. A stranger at the door can put anyone on edge, but this stranger would take it over the edge. Captured on a doorbell camera in White City, Oregon, he strides up to the door purposefully and even a bit aggressive. While waiting patiently for the homeowner to answer, he digs out something from his pocket, though it's not clear what it is. His hand is in a fist when he approaches the door again. Spotting the camera, he makes this creepy gesture. He appears somehow angry as he stands there, and when no one answers, he takes it upon himself to water their plants, metaphorically speaking. After this inappropriate display, I assume the stranger left. What his intentions were, we can only guess. The homeowner writes, due to the video footage and outpouring from the city, he was identified and will eventually be charged, but I'm sure his antics will keep on circulating with the rest of the scary videos from around the internet. Number 28. UK Area 51. The Area 51 of the UK is a well-guarded place, and YouTuber Mosargi is trying his best to find a way inside.
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm stuck. Should we go? Yeah. All right, let's go. We gotta get in the car. Back you. We got someone coming.
Yo, she's coming!
Go.
Hurry!
Get us out of here.
I guess they won't be getting in the front gate. They try another way but are immediately blocked and guided out.
We just encountered a truck. He's blocking our way. We're reversing right now through this road. He just came out of nowhere.
Registration is gun.
So you guys, as we were trying to, oh, that's true. It does say gun. Guys, the license plate says gun.
Yep.
Another try gets Mo chased.
I heard somebody coming. I gotta go. I heard two men talking. And I heard them coming. I gotta get that.
At some point, Mo and his team aggravate them enough that the cops are called.
Is that them?
They're going to the gate.
Oh, they're coming. They're doing a U-turn.
I think they're looking for us.
They're literally looking for us.
They decide to make a run for it.
Yeah, let's get
Let's jump the fence. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Luckily, the guys make it out without any further confrontation from the police and without any extraterrestrial experiments being done on them. That's what I'd be most worried about. Number 27, the uninvited Jinn. This Jinn is not a welcome guest. YouTuber Paranormal Mai visits this home, inhabited by demons, and he tries to rid the house of them. First, he hears them speaking. As he makes his way through the house, the demon appears.
Şimdi bu videoda davet yapacağım. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Abi gördünüz mü? Bak 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 bak.
The demon vanishes, but he encounters him again in the hallway.
Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah.
In another room, the figure appears again. It looks like it's in white now, but that's a result of the night vision.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Euzu bi kelimetillahi tamatim şerma halah. La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah. Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber.
Or maybe it symbolizes something.
Ne oldu? Işıktan mı korktun? Arkadaşlar ışığı açtım şu an.
He asks if the demon Jinn is afraid of the light. It certainly looks that way to me. So, I guess to conquer it, my advice would be to run up the electricity bill. Number 26, Haunted Abandoned House. This house is seeping. YouTubers Carl and Lottie from Dark Arts TV enter the home where a grisly ending of life occurred. It's known as the house that drips blood, and the spirits are here to torment them. First, they hear footsteps. They hear a hiss, followed by something that truly scares them.
Like so much, like.
What was that?
Was that like a hiss?
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I feel like.
Then more footsteps are heard. All of these noises are secondary to the feel of this place.
Listen. The house is rumbling. Seriously, this is insane. It's insane.
I felt like I was thinking.
Are they sensing the evil events that happened here? I believe that's exactly what they're feeling. And who knows, if they dig further, they may unlock the truth to its case. Number 25, the House of the Devil. Apparently, the devil lives here, and he's not very welcoming. YouTube team HD Adam enters the devil's house, and it's here that they must deal with the Jinn. They hear crashing in the home, but nothing reveals itself. As they continue their search around the home, something else breaks.
Tövbe 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 tövbe. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Abi Gidiyorum. Yanımda gel.
The jinn is destructive,
Tövbe estağfurullah abi, iyi misin?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ne oldu?
but it still remains hidden.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Still, it seems to be closer than they think.
Ne oluyor lan? Hükümetiyle tanıtmış yarım yani.
And it's playing with their fear.
Estağfurullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Abi yıkılıyor resmen ev.
Ne oldu lan?
Vallahi yıkılıyor.
Gel.
Then it turns things up a notch.
Kapıya bak. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah'ım. Allah'ım.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
No one is there. But I think the image of these hands will remain in the back of our minds for the rest of our days. Number 24, Hotel Posada del Sol. While visiting the haunted Hotel Posada del Sol, YouTuber Crisel Luna, accompanied by a friend, heads deep into what she calls a place everyone fears. She rounds a corner and finds this makeshift memorial and a creepy doll.
Estoy haciendo una exploración. Ahí está el altar. Ven la luz, por favor, más. Acércate, acércate, acércate. Vean. Este es el altar. Dios mío, ¿quién puede dejar estas cosas?
A closer look at the memorial seems to indicate that a young girl passed away here.
Chocolates dulces en honor a la niña que dicen que se perdió aquí.
As Crisel continues to look around, something comes near.
Jamás la encontraron. Ay, atrás, atrás. Ay, que se cayó. Cayó agua del techo. Cayó agua del techo, ¿qué es?
She wanders the dark halls, and that's when she hears something.
Escucha. Escucha. ¿Quién está ahí? Ay, no, vámonos, vámonos, vámonos.
I'm not sure what Crisel heard, but as she wanders further, she hears something more, and this time I hear it too. Listen for the child's voice.
Ay, no. De verdad me siento perdida. Escucha, 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 escucha. Por acá, por acá, por acá. Por acá, por acá. Vamos a ver qué hay. Está escuchando, está escuchando. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ¿dónde estás?
Did you hear it?
Escucha.
It sounds like the child says, por favor. Shortly after, Crisel sees a small figure.
¿Dónde? ¡Ah! ¡Lo viste, lo viste, lo viste!
The spirit gets angry when they can't connect.
Ay, Dios.
And later, another voice is heard. This one does not sound like a child's.
Escucha. Ay, no mames, no mames, no mames, no mames, no mames. Ay, no mames, no mames, no mames, no mames. ¿Quién es?
I don't know who that voice belongs to, but one thing seems clear to me. The little girl's spirit is trapped here. I just hope it's not trapped with this evil spirit. Number 23, exploration gone wrong. When a simple drive in the woods turns into something this scary, you may not want to take a ride ever again. YouTuber Signs and Signals shares footage of this strange encounter in the forest at night.
What the f? What the f are you supposed to do? Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh, sh.
The guys wonder what this dude is doing, so they drive closer to check it out, and things get even weirder from there.
No, look up
Did
in
we
there.
go past it?
No, it was right in here. Up in there. Oh,
Light. Is that him laying on the ground? No, he threw the light on the ground. He threw that damn light on the ground.
After considering the guy might need help but getting no response, they decide to leave, and then this happens.
Dude, go! Go! Go, 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 go! Dude!
What did this man want? Was he just trying to scare them? If so, I think mission accomplished. Number 22, demon in our midst. Don't expect sunshine in the middle of this dark evil place. Evil hangs over the YouTube team, Wo Cuyahoga Official, and it's raining darkness down on them.
कौन है? क्या यार ऊपर से गिर रहा है? टहनी गिरी है। देखिए आप जो भी हैं सामने आए। वो ध्यान ना। ये अब ये क्या है?
That scream is not all they hear. Listen closely.
क्या चाहते हैं? वो देख, अब इसके ऊपर तो दरख्त नहीं है। हाँ। वो इसके अंदर से ये इधर आ।
Something unknown is very near, and once inside, things get even more paranormal.
Wait, what the?
Soon, activity approaches even nearer.
अब
Whatever is there starts to get aggressive.
क्या हुआ? कुल्हाड़ी यार, ये देख.
And it steps away from them.
मैंने तो उधर से पीछे किया, ये कैसे हो गया? ओए, तस्वीर हिली है. ओ तेरी अल्लाह, इसके पास नहीं जाना.
Is something lurking in the darkness?
क्या था?
आवाज नहीं आई.
साथ कोई चीज नहीं नजर आई.
ऐसे जैसे मेरे को पास खड़ा हुआ था यार.
Or has it been floating above them all along?
क्या ये क्या हुआ? ओए 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 क्या हो गया इसको? असद ये मार देगा यार. ओए वकास क्या हुआ इसको? क्या था यार यहाँ?
It goes after one of the crew members and renders him unconscious. Is this evil invisible to the human eye? I think this proves that what we cannot see is even more terrible than what we can. Number 21, Haunted Hand Hotel. Staying overnight at the Haunted Hand Hotel has its perks, primarily capturing paranormal evidence, as YouTuber Kelsey Davies speaks to her subscribers in the Colorado hotel. She hears an odd sound.
Really need to get a fill. Haven't had the time. What was that?
The lady's still in the kitchen. She continues her tour through the hotel and hears a disembodied voice.
They have a lot of antiques in here that are original from the hotel. They haven't really... In
one of the rooms, this loud sound is captured.
What was that?
Was that our door?
Is that our door?
No. What was that?
It wasn't our door.
That was loud.
A moment later, they hear footsteps.
It did say throw earlier. Did you hear that?
Okay, that wasn't.
That sounded like footsteps running.
That was.
It was ding ding.
Yeah.
And in the dining room, another voice is heard.
Person.
Did you hear that?
What was that?
I heard that.
That was her.
I just got chilled.
But it's when the demon speaks in tongues through the spirit box that the group gets collective chills.
I just got such a bad cold chill down my back.
Then another loud sound seems to underscore their fear.
That's weird. I did see that white thing, like, run.
It was like from the.
What was that? Holy crap.
That was somebody down there? No, that was like...
Is there something demonic in the Haunted Hand Hotel? I think so. I can practically feel it tapping me on the shoulder. Number 20, Lady Ghost. A lady ghost haunts this abandoned church, and YouTube team CVS Paranormal Vicky would like to get to know her. Once they're inside, they hear a heeled footstep. Is it the lady?
Huh?
A little later, they hear knocking.
Who's that?
And shortly after, an undeniable growl.
Oh my god.
Now I'm starting to think the old lady is no old lady after all. It's a demon masquerading as one. Number 19, Spirit Tug of War, documenting the many haunted happenings at the historic Jefferson Hotel is a daunting task. The official YouTube channel for the hotel shares the most recent paranormal occurrence. Watch the red rope. As the hotel manager walks around the room to put up a new antiquity in the hotel, the rope jumps all on its own. Here it is again. Is this ghost playing tug of war? If so, I give up. They win. Number 18, Game of Randonautica Clue. Randonautica isn't a game, and no one knows that better than the YouTube team Exploring with Fighters. As they're following their Randonautica coordinates, they start hearing growls and howls in the darkness.
What was that?
You mean that come from meowing?
Yeah.
What you hear?
A weird growling noise.
That's like hissing, like a...
You hear that?
Was that a wolf?
But with our wolves,
It just went, oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was a wolf noise, that.
Then they find this mysterious clue.
Oh! Yo, is that...
Oh, bro!
Right in the centre.
Bro,
Is that-
it's
is that-
a battle horn. It's a horn. It's not a horn. It's not. It's not. It's like a drinking cup.
Later in the rain, they discover this old videotape.
Yeah, it is.
What is it?
It's a videotape. An old videotape.
That's really small.
Although we don't find out what's on the tape during this episode, I've got an uneasy feeling that it's something we would regret watching. Number 17, Evil Presents Itself. This haunted house is about to raise the bar. YouTuber Eugene of Dark Mystic enters, and he's immediately jumpy. He continues his tour and hears a subtle noise. As Eugene says he knows there's something in the house, that something makes its presence known.
В общем, я знаю, что здесь что-то есть.
His cameras capture significant poltergeist action.
Что стало происходить?
He then hears footsteps. It's hard to tell where they're coming from though.
Зачем вы хотите сюда забраться? Зачем вы хотите сюда забраться?
I don't think Eugene will get a straight answer from this spirit. It seems content on moseying around unseen. Number 16, Cemetery Ghost. The YouTube team Zona Paranormal Veracruz captures something lurking in this cemetery. Is it a ghost?
Oye, oye, payaso. ¿Quién se ríe? Güey, güey, se están riendo, payaso. Se están riendo, güey.
They chase whatever they're seeing through the cemetery.
Uy, uy, güey. No manches. Güey, ¿oíste?
Aquí traemos unos juguetes. Vamos a jugar, ven. Uy.
Quiero jugar, güey.
Although I hear a lot of noises, I'm not seeing what they are, but it's seeing them.
Uy, mira, 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 mira. Ahí, güey.
Finding no one there, the team sets off on a wild goose chase around the graveyard, and then they spot something in the darkness.
Mira, 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 amigos, allá va, miren, vamos a seguirla, compa. Miren los ojos rojos, compa. Miren la mirada. Mira, 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 mira. Mira, güey. Mira, 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 güey. Está bailando, compa, está bailando. Ay, por Dios santo.
This time I do see it, but it looks to me like a dark figure is lurking up this roadway, but they don't seem to get any answers from it.
Mira, está rengueando, está Mira, 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 güey. Miren, miren cómo baila, compa. Está bailando. ¿Qué es eso, güey? ¿Qué es eso? Mira, mira, como rengueando, como bailando, como, pero trae, como que trae piernas, pies de caballo. Mira.
What is this figure doing out here at night? I don't think I'd want to find out. Number 15, Trapped. It appears this spirit is trapped, and it's up to YouTube team Casa Sobrenatural to help him leave this realm. Using a Kinect app, they first see the ghost on camera.
Cara, tá aparecendo nítido ele, velho. É impressionante, galera. Spectro é sempre muito sensacional.
Then they hear it.
São pra... Porra, cara, cai nesse buraco aqui, você viu?
They hear something in the darkness and deduce that the spirit needs help. In response, they say they'll pray for him.
Escutou isso? Escutei, tio. E antes eu te tava escutando. Nossa, estranho. Olha, você precisa... Eu acho que você tá percebendo que você precisa de ajuda. Eu preciso dizer isso pra você? Você já tá sabendo que precisa de ajuda.
I hope that's all the help he needs to reach the other side. Number 14, the alley. This alley is not a place you ever want to enter, especially at night. YouTuber Procura Sobrenatural dares to walk its path alone, and he immediately gets a reading on his K2 meter.
Tá vendo o ficador na amarelo? Eu não vou ligar a lanterna porque o beco ele tá com iluminação, mas esse beco aqui, ele já teve muitas mortes aqui, né? É um beco que é no mesmo bairro.
As he continues down the alley where multiple alleged endings of lives have occurred, you can hear a train slowly pass. The K2 is triggered again in the darkness. Is this the residual energy of the victims? I get the feeling that something is here, and I think that something is paranormal. Number 13, Magic House. YouTuber Han Kardashler spent his most difficult night amongst the genies in this magic house. As he's being introduced to it, this happens.
Ritüel çağırma işlemini yapabiliriz. Bu arada arkadaşlar...
They continue their tour and hear a knock on the door.
2 evet evet 2. Kapı çalıyor. Kanka burası. Oo bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oğlum.
Nasıl oluyor?
That's a rolled up mattress swinging from the ceiling inside. Shortly after, another door bangs open.
Yok lan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Ne oluyor?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Kanka ne oluyor?
Aynen üstüne bir baksana.
When he sets his camera down momentarily, something starts messing with it.
Şu kapandı arkamda. Oğlum kamera oynuyor lan. Bas.
Oğlum kıracağım ya.
Oğlum kamera oğlum.
They sit down again, and then something strange happens.
Oğlum ne oluyor amına koyayım? Batu.
His friend seems to have disappeared into thin air. When the friend returns, he seems to have forgotten what happened, and then they see this.
Ananı
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Oğlum söndür söndür.
Oğlum.
Batu büyü oğlum büyü.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Atada da söndür.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
This place is becoming increasingly dangerous, and I think the genie's goal is to burn this house down to the ground. Number 12, Owl leads the way. Another Randonautica adventure leads to some very mysterious finds. YouTube team Proving Demons takes the app on an epic ride. An owl shows them the way.
Owl's coming right from where we're going. What? Yeah.
As they continue on their search, they spot the owl itself.
Wait, is that it? Right in front of us?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the owl.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
grey thing.
the grey thing. Isn't it? Bro, that thing swoops down at us. That has to be it.
In the darkness, an eerie bell chimes.
Yeah, there it was again. There's a bell going off.
Randonautica leads them to this creepy abandoned mannequin leg.
A mannequin leg. Bro, that is a mannequin's leg.
Is it?
The owl's not pleased.
The team sees a figure, but they lose them.
Well, I see our find, by the way, but there's nobody here. The only way they could have escaped is through the cheat gates.
Simple as that, we'd have heard that.
Then they find this creepy owl bag of goodies.
Pull it up wide open.
Yeah.
Right, so there's nothing inside. Oh, there is another phone. Another phone.
There are numerous phones in the bag, none of which have batteries, but as they examine these clues, they notice something is watching them.
Alright guys, I know you can't see anything right now, but we just saw a guy with a torch in the park as we're climbing over. So we're secretly trying to get out of here as fast as possible. Don't know who it is, but we're liking it.
This seems too much of a coincidence to me. I have to believe that the person stalking them planted these clues, and if he did, what is he trying to tell them with a bunch of dead phones? I have only one guess. They are his trophies, taken from his victims. Number 11, in the window. This train is transporting ghoulish cargo. YouTube channel Rota X Investigago Paranormal shares this scary footage, originally posted on TikTok by Fernando Victor Ali. Taken at a train depot, you might want to keep an eye on the windows above. Did you see that face? Get a closer look. Something ungodly is on that train, and no offense to the spirit, but I don't think I'd want to be a passenger beside it. Number 10, Poltergeist. Harry McClary of TikTok is having a hard life with his roommate, and that's because it's a poltergeist. YouTube channel The Real Texas Ghost Hunters shares this re-upload from Harry, and you can tell that this thing means trouble. First, the poltergeist seems to be playing with the dog toy in the hallway. On another occasion, he's heard slamming a door downstairs, and then this happens. And in the last clip, he is banging on something aggressively upstairs while playing around with the lights. Any single one of these events would have sent me packing, all three combined, and I've gotta say, burn this house down. Number 9, Cemetery Ghost. This Brazilian cemetery has live apparitions. YouTube channel Mystic and KO shares this footage from the original source, Rafael Ferpa. Paranormal investigators were touring the place when they captured a shadow figure walking past in the background. Here it is again, with the brightness turned up. While some believe the figure is edited in, I think it's hard to tell. Considering the setting, I wouldn't doubt it's a ghost. Number 8, Jinn Epilepsy. Always on the hunt for the jinn. YouTuber Hassan Barbar finds one of the jinn's victims in this deserted place. First, he hears something.
This what? Smells.
Sounds to me like there's a party going on. Later, he finds a man sitting in the corner, unmoving.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مرحبا.
He believes the man is suffering from jinn epilepsy, and he does seem to me to be in some sort of trance.
قل ربي إني أعوذ بك من همزات الشياطين. شو اسمك أنت؟ إيش اسمك؟
The man never once turns around, but he continues to speak with Hassan.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حضرتني إيش؟ بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء.
It's hard to tell what's happened to him without getting a closer look, but if Hassan says it's jinn epilepsy, then I'll take him at his word. Number 7. The Caves. Caving at night solo isn't for the faint of heart, but YouTuber Carlos the Fam is a brave man, and he enters these scary caves alone after hours. He quickly starts hearing things.
What the I heard something behind me.
Again, he hears something. He turns on more light to investigate.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Something came at me. Something fell. What was it? Something fell.
He then hears an EVP, and it's super creepy.
Listen to this. This is the clearest EVP I've ever had.
He thinks it said stay in, but he doesn't listen. He leaves, and he may regret it.
Sound like something big, guys.
Back in the caves, he hears something again.
I hear something. What was that?
And he feels the fear rise in him.
Alright, guys. This is crazy. I hear the mice run. Hopefully nothing big's in here.
As he attempts to communicate with the spirits using a necrophone, another sound makes him jump in fear.
Were you trapped down here? Whoa! What the is that? The Lord? What was that?
Back outside, these sounds continue in the woods.
Guys, I hear things in the woods. Do you hear that? I don't know what's going on, but I'm hearing it.
Well, I think these could definitely just be wilderness sounds. Some of the things heard in the cave are for sure not. I'd be staying far away from this place. Number 6, Pants Pull. YouTube team, the G Team Paranormal Investigators, is investigating this haunted cemetery when they get the feeling they're being watched. Later, during a spirit box session, Cece feels something unexpected.
Something just pulled out my pants leg. Are you serious? Something just pulled out my pants leg.
Although they didn't capture the event on camera, they swear they felt it.
You felt it?
I felt something tugging and I looked and my leg. Look, this is up, but it's down. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
something just pulled my pants leg up, dude.
Oh my.
Is a spirit just pulling her leg? I wouldn't put it past them. Number 5, Shadow Figure. This church playground appears to be haunted. YouTuber Christy D Abnormal Paranormal captures a solid shadow figure in the darkness. She even casts her flashlight over there, but you can only see darkness. What is this shadow figure doing here? I don't know, but it doesn't look like it's playing around. Number 4. The Shanley Hotel. Evil resides on the 3rd floor of the Shanley Hotel. The YouTube team, Spectral Researchers Spirit Talkers, investigates this haunted hotel, and inside they hear a deep male voice.
Who's that? Who's that?
A moment later, 2 of their paranormal devices go off at the exact same time.
What flashed? My ghost light. Okay.
When they ask who's here, they hear a female EVP.
Who's joining us?
Both a man and a woman are roaming the 3rd floor, and I feel they're trying hard to communicate. Number 3, play ball. The proof here is in the ball. TikToker PG Stories Official shares this footage of a paranormal team trying to prove that this school is haunted. I was unable to verify the original source of the footage, and well, this is what happened. The ball takes a sharp right into this room. I wonder what's drawing it there. Some in the comments are skeptical. Others say this place really is haunted. They note YouTubers Sam and Colby went there to investigate it. Well, this proof may not be proof enough for some. I can feel the heaviness there. Can you? Number 2. Abandoned police station. This abandoned police station has some dark secrets, and YouTube team Explore Beyond are here to dig them up. They come across this creepy evidence bag.
Crazy. Yeah, it was zipped tied on. Yeah. And what was in here?
They arrive at this spooky part of the station and seem to hear something.
Is there someone down there?
I heard that. Yeah, it was like a creak, wasn't it? Yeah. It seemed above us after that, actually.
They're sitting in a hallway when several members of the team hear a growl all at once.
Whoa, wait.
Sorry.
Wait, did you hear that growl?
That was right behind me. Jesus. I was sorry like that. Sorry.
What is growling in this police station? I'm sure it's some demon soul that would like their case to remain unsolved. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. Dowell Cemetery. Located in Bewdley, England, Dowell Cemetery is said to be haunted. YouTube team 3 Spires Paranormal visits during the daytime, and they find the rumors are true. A stick drops from above.
I heard the stick drop in altitude there, it looks.
Yeah.
The ground.
Still don't stop you thinking.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Not long after, they hear a woman's voice.
Did you hear that? As
Yeah.
soon as you said, "Let's hear your voice."
Let's hear your voice. I thought it sounded
Yeah.
like a dog. From over that direction,
Over that
over
direction.
there.
It was like a woman's voice going. "Hoop, hoop."
They hear footsteps and then receive a message over the spirit box.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Over there.
Is it a bang? No, it sounded like someone walking.
Dead.
Over there. Did you say dead?
Dead.
Someone literally.
Yeah.
Like they were walking along the back of the graveyard.
It was
You
like
could hear
rocks.
clear footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next message they receive is uncanny.
And 2 buildings. There's 2 buildings, or was 2 buildings here.
Church and the...
Yeah. Which you can just about see the parish house. It's just there.
Are the spirits of Dowell Cemetery providing this team with intelligent responses? I definitely think so, and I also believe they're meant for the brave only.